Tax returns, TurboTax, yes. We also will be talking about the different types of online backups, the advantages and disadvantages of online backup compared to having an external hard drive. This would be an external hard drive that you can purchase on any online or any local retail store. Mm-hmm. They range from anywhere from $50 to a couple $100, depending on the size.
Yeah. But when you're talking about size, the size mean quantity or quality, or how do you differentiate between that?
I always say the bigger the better.
The bigger the better.
Because you don't have to, if you buy a smaller hard drive, for example, a 500 gigabyte hard drive, then, and you're saving all the data, and that might not be enough.
Well, some people don't know. What is a gigabyte?
Gigabyte is basically the size of how much information that you're storing.
So the 5, 7, the higher the number, the more that you can store.
Correct. You can go up to 100 gigabytes, 250, 320, 500, 750, up to 1 terabyte.
Depending on your need.
Correct. They can go up to 1 to 2 terabytes.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing that I want to say here, as a consumer myself, you have to figure, is this something that I need? Do I need to, I already have one on my computer, but do I need to go out and actually purchase another one? And again, it's going to be personal preference. But personally, I think that it's important because if you lose this data, then what's going to happen? It's just preventative maintenance, something that you can do to prevent if your hard drive crashes. Oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? I'm going to have to contact this company, invest hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to get this information recovered. Even if you're not a business,
why can't you recover it? Why you have to have someone else recover it? What's the technology for recovery?
It's very involved. It's not something that just an average consumer could go in and just say, oh, I'm going to recover this.
You have to have a special
instrument.
They call them white rooms, where you can't get, they actually wear special suits.
Is that right?
Yes, they have special suits.
Oh, yeah, the environment has something to do with it.
Yes, and there's no dust. You can't
That's what I mean, the environment, yeah.
And they have these particular...
So none of us had that kind of environment around us.
No. Right. You're talking about $10,000 to $50,000 for a clean room. I'm sorry.
For the clean room. That's clean what room, you call it. Okay. Right.
Right. So once you've decided this is something that I'd like to invest in, now you have to decide, okay, do I want to go ahead and purchase my own, or do I want to, the other option, go online? So there's two different ways you can do it. You can actually have a one-time fee with an external hard drive, it's called, and James gave you an example of that. Or you can choose to use an online company, which is there's a monthly fee involved, and you're using a company to do that. Same concept, just two different ways that you can do it, basically. Some of the advantages and disadvantages of online versus external would be, with external, you're buying it outright. It's a one-time fee, and you own it. You're in control of the device. With online, you're going to pay a continuing monthly fee, and go ahead.
What is the preventive measures
Preventative
involved?
Means we're taking a step to prevent something that could potentially happen. We're preventing. We're preventing a potential catastrophe, cost, usually cost, because that's as consumers.
Well, that's cost is catastrophe.
In this economy, especially, you know, you want to protect yourself, and just basically the peace of mind of knowing, God forbid, if something should happen, I've protected myself. I have these family photos that I don't want to lose, these important tax returns, documents that I don't want to lose, resume. I mean, you know, just resumes alone you spend hours making, and then to have to lose it. I mean, anything, whatever it is to you, all these documents, files, videos that you're saving on your computer, now you have a backup plan. So you just have to decide what's more convenient for you, online, external.
Well, what kind of preventive measures should you take as far as storage of your computer? Should it be in the refrigerator or in the oven, and which one is the best?
They actually say the refrigerator or the freezer is good. You know, people aren't going to actually do that.
Right. You know, the environment, you're speaking on how sensitive it is for the environment for maintaining. Then you wonder, too, the storage. I know with cameras, they have a problem with both heat and your heat and coldness, you know, because they tell you not to keep your camera in the car, you know, during the summer when it's 110, or during the winter, which we just had, and it's below zero, because it affects the function of the electronics. How important is it for a person to store or have an environment, a controlled temperature environment for the computer?
That varies. I mean, everything with computers should always be like room temperature.
Room temperature.
You can run a computer, or for example, a laptop.
Yeah.
In temperatures not too hot. You know, you don't want it you don't want it too hot where it's 100 degrees or something like that. That's not.
You know,
good
well,
for the
some people
laptop.
vary. You know, some people keep the temperature in the house is 70, and others are around 90. And you know, the variation. I feel a variation of temperature with any electronics. I don't care what it may be, the washing machine or whatever. You know, that affects the function.
Oh, definitely. That's why you have a lot of these big corporations, when they have their server rooms for running all the computers, the servers. The temperature in that room is very cool.
Yes.
It's
yes. Because what happens is that even repairmen, they will, for different things, they will talk about it too. They'll talk about the temperature that you have, you know.
Oh, correct. That's true.
So that's it's crucial, you know, that too, that you do that. Well, a simple thing like turning off your laptop when you finish with it. I see some people, they turn it off, they hit the button, turn it off. And other people just put it down, which is the best. I mean, they don't turn it off, actually. They just, you know, I would say they read the email, they finish the email or something like that, and they just drop the top. Is
They close the
that
lid,
a good
yes.
practice, or should you physically turn it off?
It's really more a preference. I mean, my computers in the office are always on. Always turn it off during any bad thunderstorms.
Oh.
So there won't.
I see. Thunderstorms, you should turn it off.
But then also, it can be. Do you want to save energy? So some people do turn their computers off.
Right.
So it's more. For me, it's more of a preference.
Preference. So good. Okay.
So again, you know, when you're talking about potentially if there's a storm and turning off your computer, this is potentially where your hard drive could crash and you could lose this important data. So that's why we kind of chose today to talk about hard drives and the importance of having that preventative maintenance so that you can protect yourself if something like that happens, that you have a backup plan so that you can make sure that your information is saved and you can keep it forever. So that's kind of the point of what today was about.
Well, what about the storage of the hard drives that you have, like you have there, John?
What about the storage?
Yeah.
Well, the storage, basically, I mean, these are basically, I just brought these. These are just actually came from.
No, I thought those was material that something that you're trying to save, and is that?
Oh, no. I was just showing
okay.
examples of the different
Okay.
hard drives, and this is basically something, like for example, this would be your portable hard drive. This is a custom enclosure where you can actually put any type of hard drive, laptop hard drive in here. It doesn't matter on what size, but this is something portable that you can. This is something portable that you can take with you. The only problem is if you take it with you and on a trip and you forget it or lose it, then all your data's gone.
Wow.
This here is something that the average consumer can buy. You could buy it at, you know, your typical tech stores to your, you know, wholesale clubs. You can get this. They usually cost anywhere between $60 to maybe $125. And
Right.
when we talk about external, this is what you can buy outright.
Okay. Now, the other thing, how often should a person have their computer, what do they call it with cars? They say getting the tune-up or whatever, you know, should they periodically have that done? Or
Their data backed up?
Yeah.
Well, the data backed up, they should do that daily. Some people say weekly, monthly, but I prefer daily, because if you're using your computer every day and you're making any modifications or saving pictures, you should always back it up every day.
Back it up every
Yes.
day. That's the safe way to do it. There.
Correct.
Now, what's the difference in the laptop and a regular computer as far as the
Portability.
just portability?
Convenience,
That's the only thing.
portability.
Okay, I want to thank you, James Valley and Jade Technology and Christian Lopez for being here to give us, and they'll be back to update us on the computer, you know, because the computer is the history, and everybody has some kind of computer, even the 3-year-old. That's it. I want to thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
What we're going to do, we're going to bring him back again when he has something to keep you abreast of the computer world. Okay, see you next time. Don't forget the CIAA tournament is coming up down in North Carolina, it is. And also, what I'm wearing hat is the 98th Squadron. Okay, that's the Tuskegee Airman 98th. That's the last time. See you next time.